Okay, what I've done here, we're going to be using the thin goo. It's a neat trick. People have been talking about it for a little bit. Not too well known, but should be. This is a large spoon I'm doing. It's a size 2. I'm going to be using the thin Clear Cure Goo. But check this out. You just kind of, a lot of people are building frames for their spoons. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fill silly putty up with a bunch of this goo. I'm going to lay my hook that I pre-wrapped with a little bit of lead. But just make that shape, whatever shape you want. The goo will not harden until you've blinked it with a light. You can do pretty much whatever you like with it. Like I said, this is a size 2 hook. You're gonna have to forgive me because I am left-handed, so I know the view is a little obscured. What I'm gonna do is lay it in there. I'm gonna take a little bit more. I'm gonna close it off by adding a thin bead. I'm losing it here. A thin bead down the center. Remember, the good thing about the goo is you can always come back, as long as you don't wipe off the residue and adjust it. That looks pretty square to me. I'm going to turn the light on. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do a little longer this time because it's already hard. You see how it stopped rotating? But I'm going to do a little bit longer because it's a pretty thick set of goo. And I want to pull it all off. The great thing about the silly putty should not stick to the goo. Hopefully it's done. We'll give it a quick peek. How's it looking there? Well, looks like it needs some more. Like I said, it is pretty darn thick down at the base, at the bottom there. It will use a lot of the goo, but it's fast and easy. I don't think my light was hitting back in there either, so. Alright, I'm going to call that good and peel this silly putty off of my fly. So, you got the general shape here. Sorry, guys. It's a little bit thick, but it's got a shape. And what I'm going to do is I'll blink it again to make sure I got the back side, the top side, every switch side. And the kind of cool thing that you can do with this now is shape it just a little bit with your scissors. Blink it. 1, 2, 3. Call it good. I'm going to wipe it down with my rubbing alcohol to get rid of that residue. Now that I've rubbed it down with the rubbing alcohol, I won't be able to add any additional goo to it. Now we'll look what we can do to shape it. Just use a nail file to shape it exactly the way you want it. Get those nice rounded edges and scallop it down if you like. This also can change the way your spoon performs in the water. So it's something to think about when you're tearing down material. But all in all, it's a very easy way to make a spoon fly and a wobble. You can add your tail before you dip it in the goo. But it's a good setup, man. It's real fast, real simple, real easy to do. Looks good. And as long as you make your mold right, it's Real easy, real simple. And spoon flies have been catching them like crazy all over the place. But I think you enjoy it. People have been talking about spoon flies for a long time, and it doesn't get much simpler. And once you've figured out your mold and see how it releases off that, you can just dip another one right in there if you like. Hope you enjoy that little trick on the tip. Real easy to do. If you wanted to add glitter, you could add glitter to the top. You could add decal. You could put a tail in there. If you wanted to use marabou or some rubber legs, or the lizard legs, you could hang it off the back, and that goo will actually help hold all that stuff in there. Okay, that concurs there. That finishes up the spoon tutorial. Real simple, real easy, and that was using the thin.